Oh well, I'll just do another run. Alright, it's working now for whatever reason.
We'll find the death artist at your service.
Hat! And the Staff of Quackening.
Once again, our story began at the Astral Academy, where young
These are two spells that I never use. This is the only good starting spell for this guy, but it's really good. Oh no wait, I do have to use it here. Because it has better range.
It was time for yet another spell test.
Yeah, so all stabs in this game have a special effect that happens when you melee people. And this staff's special thing when you melee people is it makes a quacking sound sometimes. So it's the worst staff in the game when it comes to what it does on melee hits, but the teleport mechanic is really good. Come on, camera, please. Yeah, that chest is pretty useful. This spell is extremely good early game, and it continues to be really good throughout the entirety of the game.
We'll breeze through this beach in no time.
I can't believe he randomly got the Death Ward. That's the only way for enemies in the first chapter to get immunity to death, is for the little shaman guy to give it to him. Otherwise there's no death magic and no death magic wards in the first several levels before the first boss. Shit, I forgot the quill. Wait, is it over here? I forget where the quills are in the early levels.
While mourning the lack of weather-appropriate beachwear, it was time to push on towards the next parchment. Tropical cliffsides housed some very interesting bridge contraptions.
Come on, camera. One of the weaknesses with this character is that he kills things so quickly that sometimes you teleport to the next boss fight before your health has a chance to regen. The luckiest of procs. Holy crap, the Staff of Quackening putting in work right there. was able to teleport like all the way to the end with like 2 teleports left
One
over.
of the elusive parchments was surely near now. But little did anyone know what was lurking ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to run this game in ILs.
Breathtaking seaside vistas,
Mostly because it's going to be super hard to set up,
pause to anyone
but also the Staff of Quackening is just really annoying.
some terrifying sort had also been unlikely to the missing parchment.
Ah, let's do it again.
Alright, let's try and remember to split this time.
You should all try harder to catch up.
Nice, I'm getting Frost Shard like every time. I love Frost Shard first.
That mantis was a bit tasty, but I do know how to land on my feet when things get... Speaking of which, fast.
Sadly, there was no time to explore the ancient cities. There were missing parchments.
Alright, so I think I need 3 or 4 ice shards to kill those death guys.
Out here in the wilderness. How did the gates open? Were they equipped with touch sensors?
Come on. Need to get behind that guy to kill him because he has a shield. It's very difficult when he's off screen like that. Dang, teleport into a wall. And no quack proc.
The soft velvet night fell upon an empty seaside tourism resort. Its customers having fled the onslaught of crazed creatures.
That's the spell's other weakness, is range. It's not too big of a deal for the most part, because normally all enemies spawn like right next to you whenever you spawn them. But some enemies like that spawn real far away. Dang, shouldn't have stood next to those guys with their freezing aura.
The heat of the tropical beach hadn't dissipated, even if the hour was dark and late. But it could be ignored for the sake of the Parchments.
There's another section that's good to get a lot of quack procs. Because from that fight to the end here is a very long walk. Pigs.
And so it happened.
Whenever I'm able to see the ground here, then I drop. That's usually my cue for it being safe enough. That's a good fight.
You should all try harder to catch up.
Dang, I didn't get Fireball there.
Just a few more parchments and my spell book will be done. Then I'll be free of the Astro Academy's oppression. They look kindly on death magic for some reason. Maybe it's because of that dark sorcerer's ghost blowing up the academy.
Oh, this is gonna take forever. I used up all my teleports, and now I have to kill these guys. Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I got a lucky quack proc. Should have gotten that chest. Need to make sure I don't fall too far to the side there. Because you can die to that water if you fall too far to the right. Huh, that rock pushed me out of the way. Never done that before.
Fighting fire with ice makes more sense than fighting fire with fire.
I need to remember to save a teleport here. I keep walking back to those lightning guys, which is really slow. There are guys back here. Forgot about those guys last run too. Get him, duck staff.
time to move on.
There's another one. Shit. That was a bad teleport. And I didn't get the Quackstaff proc.
The decaying steps descended upon yet another dangerous one. Hopefully, lead the apprentices to a new Parchment.
So close to falling off the edge. Not having Fireball is really detrimental. It's like I only have half the spells that I normally do to deal with death-imbued guys. No, my splits didn't save Andy. Also, the characters do not all have the same base run speed. At least not at max level. At level 1 they all do, but each of the characters has a different set of talents that you can put points into. And most characters have a talent that gives you 10% extra run speed all the time. But one character has a talent that gives you 20% extra movement speed for 2 seconds after dealing damage, and another one gives 30% extra movement speed for 4 seconds after taking damage. So, there are differences in character move speed.
The icy trip down the current.
Did I make it? Nope, I drowned.
If the ice hadn't been melting under his paws.
Camera, please, it's so slow. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my splits in my first run, but it wasn't displaying the time to the right after any split, and whenever I saved my splits, it just didn't save anything. Nice, I got a duck proc. 2 extra blinks here, free time.
You should all try harder to catch up.
Lightning wave's good. Should help on the next boss, the Mantis. I think that's Q? Yeah, Q is electricity.
Death magic. There's nothing wrong with hunting mice or rats with your teeth. So what's a little text with a purple and sparkly magic version of my claws?
So many things spawn back there that I didn't realize.
With the harsh tundra air getting colder by the hourglass, it was an excellent time to
Nice, I got the kill before he turned around. I got frozen. That's not good. That's another guy that always spawns really far away from you. I think he's there to, like, encourage you to look to the left, which is where one of the secret characters is, so you can go over there and unlock him. But it's just so annoying to go all the way over there to kill him every time.
Dear Carabelle must enjoy herself here.
Holy crap, I actually ran out of charges on this spell. That's so rare. This thing deals so much damage that there's like never any risk of me running out of charges for it, because this guy has a talent that gives him like a ton more extra charges of all death spells. And it deals so much damage. So strange to run out.
How about we curl up for a nap soon?
Teleporting upstairs is not good because you don't get as much distance, so I like saving them until I'm on flat ground. That was a good staff proc. Oh, we're not to the mini-boss yet. It's the next level. Where's the last guy? See over to the left? Yep. Monsters spawning off screen. What a game. Wow, the stun midair while I was outside of the radius. Unbelievable. If I didn't have my last chance there, I would have been infuriated.
Big, dark, scary cave. So, of course, we go there.
Melt faster. Lucky teleports.
Not in the nice way. I'm on my way to graduation. I'm not sure I'll actually get the degree. With all this
Oh, the stun beams.
steaming.
Those are the worst.
It seemed a shame that such a beautiful valley could be so distraught by magic gone awry.
Oh wow, I actually didn't need to use the electricity on those plants. I got a really lucky crit. I need to do a better job at killing the far away enemies first, and then the closer enemies. Lucky teleports! So lucky! Man, I got insanely lucky with teleports that level. Like, every single fight, I got an extra 2 teleports.
As well as full of troublesome encounters, it was springtime, with scores of trees in their full breathtaking bloom.
I forgot that this loops back around on itself.
Even though the valley's ethereal beauty was marred by needless violence, there was at least a short moment of
Oof. Missed the bridge. I would have died there if I kept going. Alright, this is the level with the snakes. The spot with the snakes. Remember those guys. Good. I was hoping that was enough to kill it. Let's kill this guy from over here so I get better distance on my teleports.
the many blossomed trees of the Spring Valley basked in soft twilight.
Nice. The wave's putting in some good work.
The hour grew late, but still there were parchments to find.
I need to learn to use the lightning wave more. It's really good against the shielded enemies, even non-death shielded enemies, because it lowers their guard.
One of the parchments had blown away to the gates of a silkworm grove.
It's also really good against this boss, because it destroys a lot of the little guys that protect the boss. It's probably the hardest boss in this game.
Should all try harder to catch up.
Fireball.
It's a bit of a mystery how a man is a cat.
What? I was busy switching my spell slots, that's not good. I'll just leave it on E. E's good enough for Fireball. Have to be very careful and make sure I don't die on this level. Hopefully this isn't the level with the 3 electric mantises, because that's a really easy level to die on. No, it's not. This is the one where you escort the pig thing. Wait, is it? Might be the same level. This fire wyvern takes so long to spawn. It's one of the few things that I remember almost every run.
The steep and narrow paths meandering up and down.
Alright, it didn't die.
Led the students onwards, closer to another parchment.
Had a lot of lucky procs there.
It was time to descend into a rather flooded little valley.
Well, that's not good. Alright, I was able to kill it with just the frost shards there. I was scared that guy was gonna kill me. You need to make sure not to stand too close to the edge, because apparently these guys can just push you off of that.
Parchments were momentarily forgotten.
There's a chest in there?
Item became
It's
their
news to me.
focus instead.
I blew myself up. Small fireball is very powerful, but also very dangerous. Luckily I'm at the end of the level, so it doesn't matter much.
The air in the warm valley.
I missed my mantis split.
There were numerous hot spring pools in the region.
there's one more firebird that spawns here, which also takes forever. That one I usually forget about.
If only the Academy had rock climbing classes, then scaling down the cliffside would have felt easy.
Whoa, that didn't teleport me across the gap. I almost jumped off. I forget if I've died in this level yet. Okay, good. I was afraid I didn't have enough charges to kill that guy. The guys with the yellow circles around them are really scary because they pulse out electrical energy that stuns you, so you like can't stay next to them. Like this guy. There's actually two of them here. This level's just really scary in general. There's a lot that can go wrong. Probably the hardest level in the game. Always forget about the snake. Speaking of snakes.
It seemed the hot springs were home to one particularly temperamental inhabitant who would not easily give up against Parchment.
I'm gonna try and bait out melee attacks so he'll stay around long enough for me to kill him. Nice. If I don't get in melee range with them at least a couple of times, then I'll usually dive down and escape. So I want to bait out a couple melee attacks to keep him in range.
All the other students at the Astral Academy.
I almost always do that. Teleport straight to the edge of the bridge, but not quite enough to get on it. Is this the area? Yes, it's the area with a lot of the shield guys. Hey, Shadow Draft. Those are the most infuriating of the shield guys. Usually I can take care of them with the electric wave, but those guys are shielded and immune to electricity. Just the worst. This guy had a shield. I was wondering why I wasn't taking damage. There we go.
The pleasant mountain path led to a treacherous marshland.
Yeah, the lightning field is really useful at taking out those shield guys, which is one of the very few weaknesses of certain death spray. Shit. I didn't get far enough away from that guy. I didn't heal in between fights because I teleported too quickly. That's one of the dangers of going too fast. And I also just took a whole bunch of chip damage from stuns and exploding guys. Is there another set of those? Yeah, there he is. Oh no. I used up too many teleports and I'm gonna have to go around. You can skip going around here if you have a teleport. You can just jump over this gap of water. I missed the snake split too.
Real estate must be cheap in these parts.
How many exploding guys are there? Just 3? Nice, I got a lucky proc and was able to teleport onto that guy before he was able to stand up and start looking at me. Oh yeah, that guy stuns. That fight has a ton of death immune guys.
standing on the lift. It was a good
Oof,
moment
that's
to
close.
remember
I almost
the
teleported to this thing too quickly, because it was rising a little bit faster than the camera was able to keep up with.
The remaining parchment was
God, these death immune guys are the worst.
final.
I really like this level. It's very easy in comparison to some of the previous levels that you just finished with. I say as I get like super low and almost die. But really, it's not that bad. Alright, need to remember to split on the Chimera.
It seems something was amiss with the laws of physics here.
Easy one round. Oh yeah, that's a mechanic that doesn't come up very much. If you don't deal a certain amount of damage with certain death spray, it deals damage to you depending on how long you channeled it.
Catch up. Ta-da! I've all the 9 parchments. Time to head back. Just the ritual of sealing now, then a sweet short goodbye to the asteroid.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh well. I specifically said that I needed to remember to split as well, and I forgot. I hate this fucking cart. It's so hard to, like, jump forward with it. Nice. Camera did not freak out and kill me.
Get a short breather before the inevitable trouble ahead.
Yeah, this game has very little tech in it so far. I feel like it could have some stuff that you could find to make it better, but I don't know, it just doesn't look very promising right now. I forgot, you go down into the left this level instead of the normal down into the right. Yeah, Last Chance is pretty good. It's used to abuse the last boss, and that's pretty much it. It's the door way down into the left. Probably does have some other good uses, but it's just really hard to, like, find stuff in this game. Because there's no level select or anything like that. Where the fuck is that guy? He was like so far up that he was almost falling off the edge. I couldn't see where he was. It was awful. I remembered the guys that time. Is that everything? I've played this game a whole lot in like hardcore and hard mode, and in those modes there are a whole lot more enemies that spawn, so sometimes I forget where all the enemies are on easy mode, because there's just far less. And I remember playing on the harder difficulties where there's just a whole bunch more enemies placed further back in the level. The exit is up here. I always forget about this door. Invisible wall. There's stuff back here. I forgot about the two sets of guys. I told myself that I should have tried to remember about those guys. I don't know. The random respawning teleports are something that's present throughout the entire run, so like the law of large numbers should make it relatively okay. Like as long as you're doing it in every instance that you can throughout the entire run, the odds should even out to be 15% of the time you get it on like every run. Oof, I almost got pushed off the edge by the axe. One bug, 2 bugs. It's just 2 bugs, okay. Let's not get stun locked by that guy this time. Yeah, the quack staff is pretty funny. This group of monsters is really satisfying, just because there's so many guys that have nothing to defend against death magic. That fight is so much harder with every other character. There is another staff in the game that gives you 5% extra movement speed, but I'm pretty sure 15% chance to get extra blinks overall is better than 5% extra movement speed, because blinks move you a crazy good distance. I got 1 extra blink so far.
To the ritual of sealing.
This last level has a very long straight walk to this little elevator up here. I think I got 3 extra blinks now. Damage doesn't really matter with staves. There's like one staff that gives you a whole lot of extra damage, but it's not worth it compared to increased movement speed. If you're talking about spells in general and characters with different spell loadouts at the beginning, there are a lot of things to choose from. Almost died. This character is fast because of his big damage. he starts with certain death spray and has very, very high damage with death magic. That's a much faster run. Save splits. Save splits. Alright, they saved this time. Good. But yeah, death magic is really strong because there aren't that many enemies in the game that are resistant to death magic in comparison to the other elemental types. There are a ton of enemies that are of ice and fire elemental immunity, and a decent amount of lightning immunity, but very few death magic creatures. In fact, in the first 4 levels, I believe, there aren't any death creatures. So even though Death Spray is your only good ability in the initial loadout for Rudolphos, it's enough to carry you to the first Parchment, where you can usually pick up a decent projectile.
Spent his summer holiday mostly napping during the daytime.
Because see, like, the owl is the other really